Hello guys, this is Dr. Lior Bar-El, and man, do I have something to say here. Probably gonna piss off some people, probably not. I don't know what to think here, but I'm gonna let you guys know. So let's get right into it. Okay guys, so let's get right into this. Now, you guys remember about 4 years ago, I warned people about this with Windows 10. I said, oh, isn't it funny Microsoft doesn't give a crap if you, if you basically bootleg their item. Now, I first got to apologize. If it's rumbling here, I'm just doing 3D printing right now. So I just need to get this information out there just to let you guys know exactly what's what. So this is what's going on right now. So Microsoft before, what they did is they didn't care whether you bootlegged Windows 10, whether you bootlegged even Windows 8 or Windows 7. They didn't give anything about it so long as you use the Windows item. Now Adobe kind of did the same exact thing. Now if you saw Adobe, they took a product like Serious Magic Ultra, Serious Magic Ultra 2. If you guys remember, this was before After Effects had its real push with key light and stuff. So what happened is this thing was a green screen program that you just click one time on the green screen and you remove it, and you get put into virtual moving backgrounds that are just drag and drop and gives you that $1 million look. It was absolutely amazing. Then basically Adobe bought it and then destroyed it. Now, if you guys remember, I warned you guys about, before about how I don't want Nintendo to go anywhere near Microsoft. Now, there's a reason for that. First off, Nintendo of Japan, Sega of Japan, nobody learns anything from anything. And the truth of the matter is, Nintendo of America and Sega of America were the smartest people around, while Sega of Japan and Nintendo of Japan made horrible mistakes all the time, no matter what, the company in America was telling them about the American market. They thought they knew more about the American market. Anyways, so what happened? I'm just going to talk a little bit back here, and then we're going to go into the present. So Sega, wanted to team up with, Sony wanted to team up with Sega to come out. I think it was for the Sega Saturn at the time. And basically, Sega of America said this is a good idea. We should all come out with it and yada, 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 whatever. What happened is later on, Sega of Japan said, no, we abandoned it. We don't want Sony's help. We're doing our own thing, and that's it. And then, of course, it gave birth to the Sega Saturn killer. Even though I love my Sega Saturn, I still have it. And, of course, what was that? That was the Sony's PlayStation. They came out with their system, and that was pretty much it. Then, if you remember, you fast forward now to Sega Dreamcast. They wanted to team up with Microsoft. So Microsoft came up with the idea, actually, and they said, oh, we're going to do it together. We're going to team up. We're going to come out with the best system ever, yada, 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 whatever. And if you remember, they made, Microsoft basically said, peace out, have a good, peace out, Cub Scout, and goodbye. And they went their separate ways. And then what happened shortly after? Dreamcast was going, pretty much bankrupted Sega. And of course, they went ahead and came out with what? And they came out with the Xbox. Microsoft then, fast forwarding to Windows 10, didn't care. They just wanted their system and every infrastructure out there. Guys, just take it. We're spreading our wings. You want to bootleg it? Go ahead and bootleg. We don't even care. I mean, even you could see Windows Enterprise Edition, Part 10. Everyone's bootlegging it, literally. And, they don't really care. They really don't care. They just want their, everybody to have it, just like Adobe did, just like Discrete did, and a lot of the, which is Alias or whatever it was at the time. With Maya and 3D Studio Max, they just wanted it in everybody's hands. So then they said, oh, we'll just come out with a free edition. And, kind of like DaVinci Resolve, you have that free edition, then you have the Studio edition, and so on and so forth. Even though Blackmagic really doesn't have an agenda where these guys do, because Blackmagic Design, of course, they give you free access up to HD. And then if you want 4K or 8K resolution, you would have to upgrade. And they took down their package from like $1,000 to $300. Killer killer for post-production color grading. Anyway, so we're fast-forwarding right into this, and now Microsoft is literally spreading its wings out again, and they are saying to, for example, the Droid market, hey guys, well, you know what? You'll be able to stream video games right now, Xbox 360, Xbox One, games on the fly on your phone, in which this, of course, is going to promote them. First off, people are going to say, oh, wow, so I need to get me first a controller because nobody's going to play it on a stupid touchscreen. So on your phone, you're able to play Xbox games. Of course, it's kind of glitchy at now, but they're perfecting it. And you're going to buy that controller. And, of course, what's going to happen is what people don't understand. This is all a clever marketing scheme. Now, remember, this is a company, Microsoft, that was willing to take a loss on the Xbox, if you guys remember originally, just for the sake of selling selling hardware, selling their software, their games. And it was brilliant the way it worked out. In fact, that's why they're still kicking really hard over here in the gaming market. So right now they're coming out with, this new way to put it out with, now they're trying to even hit iPhones with the xCloud and all of that. And of course there's issues with that, but they're going to perfect it. What's the gimmick behind it? It's the fact that they're going to be everywhere. So I'm playing it on this, and I'm like, you know what? I want to kind of, I want to play the real thing. So you're going and, and play it on a big screen instead of a small screen. So what do? You invest in, the Xbox One or the new Xbox that's coming out and all of that and so on and so forth. This is clever, clever marketing. Then what happens is, now, if you look at it from the leaks, it looks like, sorry, let me get to this first. So now they made a deal with Nintendo, of course, and they're doing the same thing with Nintendo. And I said, remember in that video, I told you guys, Nintendo, please don't make that mistake in trusting them. I beg you, do not do this. And of course, they did. And they're going to have streaming soon available for the Nintendo Switch, according to the, they're speaking about it, and getting there to play, Microsoft's going to help them out with the online infrastructure, and of course in return they're gonna let them stream games. It's still in under talks on their system. Now, if you guys remember, I told you guys what does Microsoft do? They steal ideas and go with it. Nintendo does and makes strives to go above and beyond, and of course they come out with innovative stuff, and then Sony and Microsoft pretty much perfect it and come out with better products, sort of, not all the time, but in this situation this might be a Nintendo Switch killer, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you look at the leaks, it looks like this thing is also a Switch where you can go from a dock mode into portable mode. Now, whether it becomes like the Nintendo Wii U where you have to be around the area is debatable. Whether these leaks are, I don't like doing rumors or anything, but whether these leaks are true, if it's going to hold true, I believe it is going to be true, because think about it. Microsoft wants to go all digital. A lot of these companies want to go all digital, which kind of sucks for us collectors out there, but whatever. That's the name of the game right now, and I think it's very stupid that people would want that, because if you want to sell all your system with all the games and everything, you could get more money back to buy the next system, aside from getting digital games where you can't sell anything. So it's not like a computer game where you could sell it on what was it, G4 something, I forgot what it was called, and you sell these games out there, and after you beat the game you sell your code. It's not like that. So that becomes a big issue, guys, and somehow I knew this was gonna happen. And of course now people are gonna start, from Nintendo and saying, well, you know what, we don't like the Nintendo Switch. It doesn't have the best graphics in the world. We do love the Mario games, and you're playing it, and all the Nintendo exclusive games. So you're playing it and you're saying, wow, this game looks good on the Nintendo Switch. Oh my God, could you imagine if I could play this thing and, if I could take something on the go with this kind of graphics of the new Xbox and take that baby on the go, what am I gonna do? And then you end up abandoning Nintendo because people can't afford two systems. So usually you're picking it out and you're like, well, maybe I'll go with the new Xbox because I'm getting better graphics out of it and I can take it on the go. Who knows what the hell the battery power is going to be on it. I'm sure Microsoft is doing everything they can to top Nintendo in every little way, shape, and form. And of course now, what they're acquiring is GameStop. Very, very clever. And I give a lot of, props to Microsoft for that. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I know you guys are going to say it's not taking over GameStop, but give it a while. What Microsoft does is they take a lot of these failed companies when they're at their lowest, they buy it up, you know, make it go up in sales and even sell it, kind of like Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. What he specializes mostly on is building businesses and then selling them, and that's pretty much what happens over there. And then, or they just get rid of it altogether. Sony does that a lot, as you saw with Sony Vegas being transferred, and with Serious Magic, what I was just talking to you about, Adobe did that. So it's a common business practice and all of that. But I have a feeling they're going to eventually buy out GameStop. Now, why am I making this bold claim? And I know some people, when I was writing on Twitter, they were all calling me an idiot and all of that. And why would they do that to a sinking ship? Well, think about it, guys, okay? First off, GameStop is a failing business. We all know this thing is going under. It's about to tank anytime soon. They're probably buying stocks right now at pennies on the dollar. And eventually, I think even now it's in plans, they're going to take it over, because if you think about it, Apple stores are everywhere. Microsoft stores, you don't really see that many of them. And I think what they want to do is they want to take a known brand that everybody knows. Well, trust is a different issue, but everybody knows and everybody goes to. I mean, whether you love GameStop, whether you hate it, you're going there window shopping. You're looking at their new stuff and everything that's over there. So that is a good way. And Microsoft specializes in this, and the best way to advertise and push your gear. Think about it. You're taking over a store that has ruling over every system, selling it, marketing it, having their shows and all of that stuff. Even now they're even in talks of having their sales techniques going in, which see, this is why I don't understand why people think I'm crazy for saying this, that Microsoft's actually going to take over GameStop completely. I'm not crazy, guys. And the reason why I'm saying that is already they're having their sales techniques implemented into GameStop. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, you're not going to need to stand in store anymore on the line. People are going to be there with their little thing. I'm probably going to have one of those, those things they have in iPhones or Androids, where you put it into the USB port and then you just scan a credit card through. I used to have those for one of my businesses back when I was selling tickets in Times Square, Broadway shows and sporting events. We used to scan through credit cards and stuff like that right on the phone. They're going to have that kind of stuff implemented, like Surface. Everyone's going to have a Surface. Everyone's going to be their own cash register and basically be like, yeah, okay, you don't have to stand online, and it promotes, quicker business. Person doesn't have to, they'll know they're going there. They're getting serviced right near the gaming systems and everything. People will be like, oh, you want this game? Oh, can I help you, sir? Oh, you want, this game right here, Call of Duty. Bye-bye. Okay. Boom. They scan you. Oh, let me see what you want here. You want Tekken 7. They scan you. So right there, they're already implementing their kind of service. Now, in the Microsoft stores, I don't know if all of them are like that, but they were doing that kind of sales technique before. When I went to the Microsoft store, I believe it was in Times Square somewhere. I think it was where Roxy used to be, the deli, something like that. They had a Microsoft store there, and a person would be there ready to check you out, ready to help you and check you out right there at, right there. So it makes business much quicker. So you're asking yourself, why, if they're not taking over, why are they implementing their business practice and forcing GameStop to implement that? And that's the reason why I believe Microsoft will eventually take over GameStop. And I'm going to tell you, most of the shareholders are going to be thrilled about it. There's no doubt. If I was a shareholder, I'd be throwing a party right now. Because why? Because they're doing this for advertising reasons. And if it's tied to Microsoft, Microsoft stock is going to be soaring. Because they don't care. They open up stuff. They do things. They do get-togethers. Microsoft doesn't give a damn about losing any profit on certain things, because they know they're going to make the profit somewhere else. They have a huge market. It's spread out. Investing in Microsoft, if you have the money for it, would be the best thing you could ever do, because that's going to be a win-win. So yes, they're taking over GameStop. I believe they are. I believe eventually they're going to buy out GameStop. They're going to be, their heads are going to be taken over, and you're going to literally see a decline in how GameStop used to run, and it's going to be a whole different ball game. It's going to be more geared to marketing, Microsoft stuff. Now, if you see, Microsoft really spread their wings, that they even went to Nintendo. They went to the iPhone. They went to the Droid market. They're really spreading their wings. They even were trying to talk Sony before into doing crossplay. Why aren't you guys doing crossplay? Which is true. A lot of people wanted crossplay, but it wasn't because they gave a damn about the customer. It was because they cared about spreading their wings and flying. Okay, because eventually, if you do crossplay, and they are okay, in which they're doing now in games, but eventually they're going to be like, hey, Sony, how would you like to stream our game? Now, Microsoft will not care to abandon their system if they can spread their wings and have their software play on every damn freaking system out there. And eventually, people will favor those games, but they'll still keep that snake in the closet, their system, where eventually people will say, well, we want better graphics or better this, and just play it on the damn system, on a Microsoft unit, where we could get a Microsoft, warranty. They're going to come out with some clever crap, believe me when I tell you this, and they're gonna make this a powerhouse. Already, they don't even care. A lot of Xbox owners, Xbox One owners were really ticked off. They were like, how come all our games, I mean, we're buying this system, what's the point of buying the system? I should just build a computer, because all your games are coming out for the computer anyway. They didn't seem to care, so they wait a little while and then come out for it on the PC, or they come out at the same time. They don't care because they know they're spreading out and they're making their money that way. Look, as a gamer, I'm totally cool with it. I think GameStop is going to be dead anyway. So to see one of my stores, I hated when Toys R Us went to crap. And yes, I was one of the people who supported Toys R Us by going there, buying my nephew's gifts and stuff. So I'm not one of those people who are just talking about it and, is the reason why it went under. I love Toys R Us and it went down, right? So I don't want to see another company like FuncoLand that went down and of course turned, I think they were all the same business because they were like the same kind of business model. They went from Electronics Boutique to FuncoLand to GameStop. I just believe that. Or they're all the same company or whatnot, like Trader Joe's and Aldi's or something like that. I don't know. I didn't really look too much into that. But the thing is, that's what's happening right now. And they will eventually take over GameStop. They're going to take over GameStop and it's going to be ridiculous. Okay, at first. Till they're going to implement all of that, it's going to be ridiculously cool. But at the same time, they're going to be marketing more of their stuff in the takeover of the video game world. These guys are very clever in monopolizing. Very, very clever. And I'm glad that Sony is kicking hard as well. Sony is doing well. But this is a clever, clever marketing strategy to take over GameStop and then pretty much advertise you in the head, in the forefront, the head of everything. Of course, this is going to cause probably issues. Sony might not want to be involved selling their products on GameStop. They might break some contracts with them because they're not going to like the direction it's going. Sony makes a lot of stupid mistakes. Like you saw with the Vita, they abandoned it too early and said there's no market for portable gaming, which is ridiculous. But the point is, what I'm saying is, eventually this is going to cause a lot of issues. And you could see already how Microsoft made these strides during these times, of course, the most difficult times, taking over Bethesda, taking over other software companies, and they're doing this right now. So this is like a takeover season for them, and eventually I'm thinking either they're waiting for the stocks to drop even lower, which is obviously going to happen for GameStop, and then buy it, or they're just already in the process of acquiring them, or they already acquired them and you don't even know. So there's a lot of things that are going on right now, and believe me, mark my words, I called it out before, and I told you guys that this was going to happen way back 3 or 4 years ago with the with Windows 10 and all that stuff that they were playing. And then afterwards, about a year ago, or even within the year, actually, I told you guys that now they're implementing this strategy, to stream games on the Nintendo Switch and on your phones, on the Droid market and on the iPhones. And I told you guys, this is them taking over. So that's what's going on. My dog's driving me nuts. So that's what's going on right now. And I really feel, as a gamer and as gamers, you guys are going to see completely I don't know if I could say this is going to be a good thing. I don't know if I'm going to say this is going to be a bad thing. Good thing, yes, but you know Sony's going to combat this somehow and probably break contracts or do all kinds of stuff there. Give me 1 second. So I don't know what's going to come of it, but you know Sony is going to retaliate somehow when they're going to get ticked off that their stuff's not being pushed. And eventually, you know what's going to happen. They're going to break contract. This could be a disaster, or this could be something good. We don't know. What we do know is at least GameStop will be saved if they do acquire them. For how long they'll acquire them, we know Microsoft buys and abandons things all the time. So they might buy it and then sell it, or buy it and just get rid of it. We don't know what's going to happen right now, but this is a clever marketing scheme, strategy, whatever you want to call it. But I believe that this could be a catastrophe, or this could be something good. I still am not a big fan of the digital era. I'm a collector. I also like selling my games if I have to buy a new system. I don't know how it'd go about doing that. I hope that the new Nintendo Switch, whenever the hell is released, 2021 late to 2022, you know, whenever the heck it comes out, I hope they let us transfer all our games, since it's digital, it shouldn't be a problem, right, into the next Nintendo Switch console. If not, I'm going to be pretty darn disappointed. But if you saw the leaks, guys, already, Microsoft has a thing with a flip screen, it looks like. I have a feeling that's what they do. Like I told you, they act like they're your friend, and then they come out with something better. They did this to Sega with the Dreamcast, guys. They're going to do the same exact thing to Nintendo. They're going to do the same exact thing. And you could see it from the leaks. I do believe it's going to be like that. I do believe they're going to eventually come out with a system that's portable. And eventually what they do is they're kind of sneaky. When it goes under, when certain, I doubt Nintendo will ever go under. They have a lot of assets too, which a lot of people don't know about. So I don't think they're going under. But what I think is that is their wishful thinking to eventually take over that and come up with their own stuff. So they'll never take over Sony. Sony's like Apple. It just won't be taken over, even though I'm not an Apple fan, but I'm just saying. So I believe that's their gimmick here, is just to, in the meantime, spread your wings, be in everyone like a freaking disease. And they're going to do that. Now, whether for us gamers this is going to be good or bad, we're going to see. It could go both ways. Like I told you, this could be a good thing or this could be a bad thing. Good thing being that now GameStop is going to be around. They're going to have Microsoft's push. We don't have to wait on lines anymore. People are going to scan us right there, which I believe is what's going to happen and what's going to be implemented, because I have a friend that works, like I told you, he's a manager in GameStop that's already talking about them implementing new sales techniques. So most likely this is going to be the same exact thing. It's going to go on like that, which is really going to be a really cool experience. And at the same time, I think they're going to just push a lot of Microsoft gear there, probably even computer, PC parts and PCs and God knows what that you can order from their website, or if their stores are big enough, which I don't think. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what ThinkGeek is, if that's going to be part of the deal. I don't know, but for all we know, they probably already own them right now. They have the majority of the stocks. They're going to be the CEOs. I believe that's what's happening right now, and they probably don't want to say anything as of now, but probably later. But this looks like something is brewing, and it could be good, like I said, or it could be bad, where other gaming systems out there, which is Sony, is going to just get so ticked off. They're going to say they're breaking contract, and they're just not going to give a damn anymore about GameStop, and probably just sell their games through the Play Store, or whatever they call it. I remember when I had I even have a PlayStation 4 and I don't use. So I don't know. I don't know how this thing is going to work out. Let's hope for the best. But this looks like, maybe I am nuts. I don't believe I am. This looks like this is what's going to happen. They're going to take over GameStop. Anyways, let me know what you guys think down below. Just had to make I said quick video, and we're like over 20 minutes here. I do apologize. It's the New Yorker in me. We love to gab. I don't know what to tell you, but this is the truth of the matter. I think this is a discussion that we all have to have here. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think they're going to buy out GameStop? I absolutely believe that. Let me know what you guys think down below. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye. As always, guys, if you like what you see, self-funded here, be sure to check out all my other stuff, from mini-series to unboxings to technology, and Nintendo reviews and 3D printer reviews and all that good stuff. If you like what you see, the only way you can help the channel is by liking this video, subscribing and hitting that bell button, as many more cool videos to come. Definitely want you guys in it, and I want you guys to be vocal. Definitely comment down below. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye.